It's the same song and dance every single week. Why do I even care? It's a fucking dumb. So, the second race of the NASCAR playoffs takes us to Richmond Raceway. The first time that Richmond Raceway is part of the chase. And coming into this race, I was really expecting good old short track racing, beating and banging, pure NASCAR style, I mean, this was going to be a calm race. No wrecks, pure racing, all out. And we did get that tonight. But I think we're at a point in the season now where it really doesn't matter who wins in the playoffs, because whoever wins, you advance. So it doesn't matter. So anyways, let's just get into the review. So first up, Martin Truex Jr. started on pole for the race, and I told the guys on the podcast that he will win tonight, and he definitely led a lot of laps. That is what I'm gonna. That's the only thing I'm just gonna say. He led a lot of laps, but his pit crew there just screwed him over. I'll just talk a little bit about that. So I think the first thing we need to do now, and that's I don't know about you guys, but I'm just looking at that Monster Energy girl's cleavage right now, but I don't know. I'm Cachino, but anyways, yeah. So let's just review this race. Now the other factors going into here are some big factors from qualifying, as I'm just trying to get this positioned right. So the big deal coming from tonight's race was that one, Kyle Busch had to start at the rear, and Suarez had to start at the rear again, which looked like in qualifying he looked like he was going to have a really good, maybe a good race car, something like that. But you know the deal with Suarez, he qualifies well, but he doesn't pass inspection all that well. Damn. But anyways, so that happened, and also talking about stage one, it was really not uneventful, and so by uneventful, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is back to his old shenanigans, almost turned Denny Hamlin. I mean, for a second there, I thought there was a caution, but no, he saved it. And also, I'm just watching NBC's promo for the game tomorrow for the Patriots versus Lions. So, anyways, stage two, a little bit not uneventful, I think. So, we had a lot. So, we had some passes for the lead, but some of them were under commercial. So, NBC has to stop that. NBC needs to stop going under commercial when there's like a pass for the lead or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, we had a lot of different leaders tonight. We had Kevin Hart. We had oh crap. It wasn't Martin Truex Jr. starting on pole. It was Kevin Harvick. My God. So sorry. MTJ led the most laps today. But we had different race leaders like Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Busch, and stuff like that. And MTJ swept the two stages. So stage winner MTJ. And so we got the only caution the only caution that came out tonight was the only one that was like eventful or like contact on the racetrack, and that was Jeffrey Earnhardt spun around. So And so in the end and also Kyle Busch at this moment of the race, he made up so many positions that it was ridiculous how he can do that. And to be honest, I felt like this race was just kind of a recreation of the spring race almost, which I don't know. I mean stuff like that. Look at the playoff leaderboard right now, and yes, Chase Elliott is he's ninth, so that's pretty good. But it looks like that. Yeah. But anyways, I'll talk a little bit about the playoff standings. But So basically, that happened, and we had a really good battle for the lead between Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch. you could really see there that Brad Keselowski, he was using up way too much of his stuff, wasting too much of his tires and stuff like that, and really that kind of cost him some track position. He was also holding up Harvick, which I felt like maybe Harvick could have gotten Chase Elliott. No, not Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch there at the win if Keselowski didn't hold him up so much, which yeah, but hell, I expect Harvick to just be bitching about it, and I don't really care and stuff like that. But yeah, and Brad Keselowski, he really did lost a lot of ground, and I'll talk a little bit about that when we get to the results. And so basically, and so Harvick couldn't catch up to Kyle Busch, and maybe if a caution were to come out, or maybe a lot of traffic would have held Kyle Busch up dramatically, then he would have caught him and maybe passed him or the lead and stuff like that. But no, that unfortunately did not happen. And so in the end, Kyle Busch, I swear, like I said, the recreation of the spring race wins at Richmond. So 50 career wins for Kyle Busch, but so let's take a look at the unofficial results. So Kyle Busch wins the race. Kevin Harvick second. Martin Truex Jr. third. So the big three, that's the top three. Chase Elliott fourth. That's really good for Chase Elliott. Like I said, I wanted this race to be calm and cool as possible. And yes, it was calm and cool as possible, and that means Chase Elliott, I feel like he's safe going into the next round. But, the Roval's coming up and stuff like that. We'll talk a little bit more about the Roval in the podcast. But anyways, fifth, Eric Almirola. So the 10 car gets another top 5. Oh my God. You guys I do not. Guys, do you remember the 10 car getting these top 5s? Okay, that's really a bad sarcastic joke. But anyways. Yeah, so 6 is Austin Dillon. 6 is Austin Dillon, which I was expecting him not to do good in this race, but somehow he does really good. Some reason. Don't hold back. I still think he's going to get eliminated somehow. Then 7, Kyle Larson. And then 8, Jimmy Johnson, so good for Johnson. And then 9th is Brad Keselowski, so he used up way too much of his stuff. And he finished 9th. 10th, Clint Bowyer. He wasn't having a good night. Eric Johnson had a good night either. 12th, Alex Bowman. He was having a good night, and he's one of the few Hendrick cars that are still up there that can advance. Then you got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. there as well. 13th and 14th, Joey Logano. 15th, Ryan Newman. Denny Hamlin had a good night, really. Daniel Suarez, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney did not have a good night. William Byron had an night. McMurray, and Paul Menard. For once, Paul Menard is actually running the Wood Brothers paint scheme, and so the Menards scheme. So, yeah. Then you got David Reagan and Mike McDowell. And Matt Kenseth. Cole Custer, proving he has no talent. Cole Custer, proving tonight he has no talent, and he drove that car all the way to 26. Wow, my goodness. Man. By the way, I was being sarcastic. Cole Custer, he actually, Coleslaw Custard, actually, Toad Custer, he qualified. He was actually looking in qualifying. He was looking to get the pole, but then no. So that was kind of weird. So Cole Custer finished 26, which is really I don't understand how you can run that car away to 26, but stuff like that. And then Bubba Wallace finishes 43. Ford finishes 27. I swear. I forget Bubba Wallace's racing title, and A.J. Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, Regan Smith finishes 31st, then Corey LaJoie, Ross Chastain, Matt Benedetto, Joey Gase, and then Landon Castle and Jeffrey Renard Alonde, who was making his first Cup start this season. No, not Cup start. His first Cup start for the 2018. Yes, only his second Cup start, and then Timmy Hill and then Gray Golding. So yeah, now let's take a look at the standings. If I can actually get it, if I can actually get the actual playoff standings here. So now let's take a look at your playoff standings. So here we go. Got the phone right here. And so I had to go on NASCAR.com. So anyways, we got Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski who advances in the next round. Also, Martin Truex Jr. on points. And then here are the drivers that have not yet advanced, but here are the drivers have not yet advanced. So got Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Eric Almirola, who's in a comfortable position after last weekend. Then Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, Chase Elliott, who's up there, who's up there, and that's where he belongs. And then Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney. And then here are the drivers that are still below the bubble: Clint Bowyer, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, and Danny Hamlin. So Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, and Danny Hamlin did not make up any positions, or any spots. No spots gained. So yeah. So basically, Jimmy, he's in a must-win. So basically, these are the drivers that are just in a must-win situation. They're not gonna really make it in with just points. Clint. Hell, this is a competitive field. Shit. So it's a win. A win can get. A win. These guys are just in a must-win situation. There's no way they can make it. I don't think so, but I still think Austin Dillon's gonna get knocked down somehow. And so yeah, so overall, this I swear this race is a recreation of the Richmond race. So yeah, that's the only thing I have to say about it. Don't get me wrong, pretty good race for Richmond standards. Damn it, we don't have another. When's our next short track race? Oh, Martinsville. So yeah. So yeah, Charlotte is next week, the Rovals, so that should be really interesting. And we're gonna hear the term championship implications. Oh yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below what you thought of the race. And I will see you in the next video. And make sure you watch our podcast on Rowdy Smoke 14's channel. And we'll see you in the next video. B.